I don't know how to do this. Hey people, I have some very exciting news today. Alright, so I have no clue who's gonna watch this video. I want to do it more for memories for myself though, and whoever wants to watch it. But if any of my family and friends are watching, I've been hinting at a possible wonderful opportunity that I have been offered, and I can finally say that I think I'm going to do it. I've already accepted. I've already paid for it. And by the title, you can probably see what this is about. So for a long time, since I was young, since I've went to Disney for the first time, I've loved Disney. And I always thought, like, all the atmosphere was just wonderful, and the people that worked there were just always happy and, living the Disney way, I guess you could say. I've watched documentaries and like Walt Before Disney, which is a great one I recommend, and like the one that has Tom Hanks in it about Mary Poppins. It's just such a beautiful and a wonderful company, and ever since I was young, I was just determined that I wanted to work for them. And I can tell you now, I have been accepted into the Disney College program. And I am so excited to be living my fall 2018 semester at Walt Disney World. Like, I can't express, like, I'm getting goosebumps right now. It's just, like, I'm literally lost for words. Whew, I'm excited. I was just going to go about the process and everything because I never thought this was going to be even a reality. Okay, so where did I start? Currently I'm a sophomore. I go to Eastern Michigan University. I applied for the program my freshman year, and I got rejected first thing. I didn't even get really rejected. I applied for it, and then in April I got a letter saying, like, hey, basically you didn't make it. So, like, yeah, I wasn't really expecting much out of it. I know it's very hard to get into, though I would have loved to have been able to do that. It wasn't the right time. So recently, back in, I want to say, November, December, I applied again because, like I said, I've always wanted to work for it. And obviously, if you want to work for Disney, you better keep on applying because that initiative is what really matters. So I applied. I've built my resume since then. And before I knew it, I got a call, and, well, I didn't get a call, but I got a message saying, like, hey, we're interested in you, and you've made it to the next stage. And I was shocked. I was confused, like, wow, like, I wonder what I did differently. I know for the application, it is a very long application. It asks you from anywhere from being a cast member to being a janitor. And I was very open to being anything. I just wanted to work for Disney. So I did that. I was pretty open about it, and they said, hey, you made it to the next stage. I was like, awesome. The next stage was a online survey type thing, and they're like, you have 48 hours to complete the survey. It's very time, strict. So the survey was, character survey, like telling you who you are as a person and all that special, trait characteristics. And then right away after the survey, it lets you know. At least for me, it literally took me like 20 minutes to get a response saying, hey, we would like to schedule a phone interview with you. So they probably have some type of like logistics in there and like some based on how you answer the questions. So yeah, I set up the phone interview, and luckily I don't work on Mondays because I work a lot, and I signed up the phone interview for 8:30 on a Monday night, and they called promptly at 8:30 with a restricted number, and I thought I completely botched the interview, honestly. I was very open. I told them exactly what I've told you, how I've wanted to work for Disney my entire life. They asked me questions regarding roles. They asked me about like being a janitor, and I was, while I didn't want to be a janitor, I mean, I would be at Disney. Like, I don't mind cleaning. Just put some gloves on and deal with it. You're at Disney World. Then they asked me about character roles, and I would have loved to have been a character, but I'm a tall, skinny guy, 6'3", and the only roles I could be would be like people such as like Gaston, but you see his muscles and look at my muscles, they're nothing in comparison. So I told them that I was kind of hesitant about that, and they kind of just stopped asking me questions about that. So I interviewed with them. It lasted about, I want to say 20 minutes or so. It was mainly just me talking about, they asked me questions and then I talk about myself for like 1 to 5 minutes in response. The guy was very nice. I don't remember his name. I was just, in the moment, honestly. And then he said, yeah, we'll be contacting you soon. I received a response within like, I want to say 48 hours saying that I was offered a position. And at first I was freaking out because I was like, wow, literally like my dream is coming true to work for Disney. And with that being said, there was 3 additional steps. First one is, are you going to accept or decline? And it took me about 2 days to really accept it because I wanted to figure out some things for my school. I didn't really think that, this was actually going to be a possibility. So I wanted to make sure, I was going to keep my scholarship because I have a scholarship here and didn't want to lose it if I was going to be an inactive student. Wanted to learn about, figure out about housing and stuff like that, considering it'd be a semester, and would I be able to come back to campus and live on campus since I wouldn't be able to find an apartment for like 4 months. Just all these different variables. That's when I hinted at my Facebook because I didn't want to get my hopes up, I guess you could say. So after I contacted and the way that it lined up almost seemed like it was God's fate because about a month and a half prior, before I even knew I had the position, I signed up for an advising appointment that Friday. I got accepted on Wednesday, and I had an advising appointment that Friday. And when I signed up for the advising appointments, there was literally only 3 or 4 spots available for the rest of the entire year. So it lined up pretty well, and it was just weird how it lines up. So I went to the advising appointment, talked to my advisor, and she said it was definitely possible. I have to take a summer class and commute, which is going to stink, but it's only going to be for 7 weeks. So that's going to be during the summer in order for me to be accepted into the College of Business. And then my major also has extracurriculars, so I can count just this program as 6 credits as extracurriculars, and I'm going to be taking 2 online classes. And luckily these classes, I've read on them, they're not hard. It's marketing and management, both like basically prereqs to get into my major. Like I said, I've read that they aren't too hard, and online makes it easier. I was just kind of hesitant at first because I've looked up on the program before, and anyone that takes classes normally ends up failing them because you work a lot. So, getting more into the details, the only issue I had have with Disney right now is my payment's still pending. I know, obviously, if I post this video, everything is great. Like, I've been accepted, and I've chosen my date and everything. But I'm having an issue with the payment. I think it timed out. So I paid, and then, well, I put in all my information. You have to pay a program fee of, like, I can't remember exactly. It's not too much. It's basically paying for housing for the first 2 weeks, since your checks are kind of offset, and then for, like, the program fee for, like, the housing, they throw, like, housing parties and stuff like that. So it wasn't too much. So I had to pay that fee. That was the second step after accepting. So I had to pay the fee, and when I hit, like, submit payment, it, like, an error came up, and I was like, okay. And then, like, a couple seconds later, like, the screen, like, refreshed and said transaction complete. And I checked my, like, online banking app and everything, and it's affected for my bank and everything, but it, on the email they sent me after you do your payment, it says that you should get another email, or you sign into, like, the website that you paid, and you can select your time frame for your program, and it's not giving me that option. And I've been, like, freaking out a little bit, because I have 2 days. They give you, from the original day you accepted, they give you 7 days total to accept, pay, and then choose your date. And right now I'm on literally my last day, and it's not giving me the option of choosing the date. But I know Disney's not going to be, the company that's going to be like, oh, well, too bad. But I've emailed multiple different people. The problem is they don't have any numbers. I've looked up numbers, and it's all emails. So luckily I emailed the Disney College program, and then I also emailed my handler, I guess you can say. I don't know what the specific terms are. Her name is Annie. I emailed her, and then I luckily found tech support for the website that you had to make the payment, and they emailed me back saying that they're looking into the issue, and they are going to be working with the recruiters, and if an extension is needed, then they will do so. So, like I said, Disney's not a company that's just going to be like, too bad, so sad. Yeah, but that's my only issue. I know this video's getting long, but it's exciting. Like, I'm excited. I don't know where to even start. The position that I was offered is in the food service. I don't know if I should say how much I'm going to get paid. Probably not. But it's in the food service, and I kind of figured that. They didn't even ask me any questions about the food service, but I've been working in the food industry for a while. Like, I worked at a grocery store. I've worked at 2 restaurants as host, busser, and server now. Still working at a restaurant. So I figured kind of that. It didn't say specifically my role or position. It could be anything from a fry cook to a server, to handing out trays at a cafeteria. I don't know. So I was joking with my parents, let's just hope that I'm not working at that food cart, and I'm inside in a nice air-conditioned building. Honestly, though, I wouldn't mind taking one for the team and sweating outside, because I was looking up the temperature, and it was literally like 60-70 degrees, considering today it's 30 to 40 degrees in Michigan. So I can't complain about living down in Disney. But that's all the information I have as of right now. It's all going to work out in the end. I'm not going to lose my scholarship, because I will still be considered a full-time student with the 6 extracurricular activities, and then the 2 classes equaling 6 credits, so that's 12 credits, making me full-time at the minimum. So I'm excited. I'm sad because I'm be missing a lot of important things. I'm gonna be missing my 21st birthday, like or not. Jeez, missing my 21st birthday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Halloween. But at the same time, I'm gonna be in Disney celebrating those holidays with not so spooky Halloween and very merry Christmas, and I'm so excited. Whenever we went, we always went right after Thanksgiving time when they switched over to Christmas, and I just can't wait to experience it as an adult, kind of, and as an employee, and I just can't wait for this experience, and I would love for this experience to possibly open up jobs to work for Disney in the future, because their morals as a company, and it's just something that I strive for. So, like I said, that's all the information for now. Sorry this video got a little lengthy. I'm planning on keeping this channel and making a little vlogs here and there. It doesn't start until August, as I heard. But until then, I will keep everyone updated. And yeah, I can't wait. I hope you're just as excited for me as I am. Yeah, I'll talk to you all in a little bit.